All right. Let's see here. What's going on, family? What's happening? Making sure. Um. um okay. Got audio. I got coffee. What's going on, everybody? Let's make sure we're good. What's happening? Mr. Kingdom Cash Charles Dyson here. Coming to you with another video within the 90 days of value. 90 days of value. This is day 72. Day 72. I've been live 72 days straight, giving amazing value, amazing information. And today's going to be no different. It's going to be really, really good. And for those of you who do not know who I am, my name is Mr. Kingdom Cash Charles Dyson, 39 years old. I have 10 children. I have not worked a job since April of 2013, and I've been able to start and run businesses from home successfully, make great money, but more importantly, make great impact around the world, sharing the information that I have, the knowledge, the wisdom, the mindset shifts that I experienced. And what I truly believe is when your mindset shifts, it gives way for opportunity. It gives way for you to elevate and to go higher. And that's how I changed my life. And that's how I continued to elevate, is by gaining new information and applying it. I teach that money comes through information, and information comes from people. So you truly are only one relationship away from all the results that you really desire, which is what I'm going to talk about today. Oddly enough, that is the topic that I am discussing today. This coffee is wonderful. I recently have started drinking coffee. My baby got me into it. It's really good. But anyway, this coffee tastes like a Reese's cup in drink form. I love Reese's. It's my favorite candy. But anyway, to the topic. Today, where all the money is located. That's what I'm gonna be discussing today. Where all money is located. Where is all money located? I actually just gave the answer. But where is all money located? Um, I'll answer that question in a second. But this brings me to my origin story of success, how I was able to continue to elevate or begin to elevate my life, start winning, and actually make great money. Um, what took place was for the first 5 years, from 2007 to 2012, I was working 2 to 3 jobs, 70, 80 hours a week. Sometimes I worked 6 months straight without a break, 7 days a week. And during that time, I was trying different things. Um, I always had the mindset to try, which was part of the reason why I was failing. Follow me. Trying never helps somebody win. Trying never, ever helps somebody win. Trying doesn't mean that success is all of a sudden guaranteed because you got started, because you made a different decision. That's not going to take you all the way to the finish line. And that's what I didn't understand for those 5 years. I was starting, but that's it. I was starting and then starting again and then starting again and then starting again. Success doesn't come that way. Now, I was learning a lot. I was gaining experience. I was hearing no a lot, right? But I was in training systems that taught me different skill sets, right? That taught me different skill sets. Now, the skill sets that I was learning, I was being told, hey, if you get good at this, it's going to make you some great money. And I believed them because I saw people around me who were making great money from developing these skills. But again, trying never changed anybody's life. I was just trying and failing. Trying and failing. Right? What day was that? Let me see. Go find that day where I talked about this very important principle. Where is it? Let me give you the day where everything changed. I'm going to give you the day. And I'm going to continue with what I was talking about, but this is important. You need to go back and listen to day 9. Wow, this is early on. Day 9 of the 90 days of value. Day 9, you're going to learn a lot. Day 9 is where I talked about trying and why trying, you don't want to try anything. You don't want to try anything. Okay? But anyway, so fast forward to 2012, what shifted? What shifted? This is where all the money is located. You ready? What shifted? I got myself a mentor. Right? Now, before I had mentors, but there's a difference in the types of mentors, right? Before, from 2007 to 2012, I had the type of mentors who would give the instructions and then you go do it. Give me the instruction now, go execute, right? Which is nothing wrong with that type of mentorship. I'm not devaluing that type of mentorship, but there's a stronger amount of personal accountability that you need to be successful with that type of mentorship. And if you've never had any type of success before, that type of mentorship can be very difficult because you have the sole responsibility of self motivation, and you have to wake up every day with the understanding that you are going to apply yourself no matter what. That's hard to do for people who have never had success before. Not impossible, but hard. Right? So that's what you got to understand. Now, the type of mentor that I got in 2012, the type of mentor that I got in 2012, this mentor had a hand. Well, no, he was still that type of mentor. I didn't get a hands-on type of mentor until much later, but I was prepared mentally. My mindset shifted, and also there was a stronger sense of urgency that he had the ability to give me. Right? This is how the conversation went. If you do everything I tell you to do, I'll help you change your life in 6 months. You'll make more money than you've ever made in your entire life over the next 6 months if you do everything I tell you to do. The moment you stop doing what I tell you to do, I stop picking up my phone. Now, he drove a nice car, had a nice house, wife was beautiful, right? Beautiful family, had all the toys, all the money, the vacations, the notoriety, right? The proof of other people whose lives he changed. He was the picture, right? He was the picture. He was the model. He had the proof to back up that bravado that he carried. I can change your life. And I believed him when he said it. I believed him. I didn't believe in myself just yet. Not the way I needed to. Let me mute this out real quick. Not the way that I needed to. I had more faith in his ability to mentor than I did in my ability to get results. Because remember, the previous 5 years, all I did was fail. So I didn't have any confidence. I had no confidence, right? So when he said, hey, you do everything I tell you to do, I'll help you change your life. You don't, I stop picking up my phone. And I'm going to give my time, my attention, and my ability to change people's lives. I'll give that to somebody else who will listen. Right? So he positioned himself in a manner where, one, I believed he could help me get results, but two, I was actually afraid not to listen to him. Because you got to understand where I was mentally. I was so tired of working. If you understood how hard I worked, how diligently I worked to support my family, and guess what? The crazy part is it wasn't working. I had all the work ethic in the world, but had no money to show for it, which is crazy. So I'm seeking answers. I finally found somebody who has the answers. Now this isn't any time to be afraid. This is not the time to be afraid. This is what I've been asking for. I now have it. I gotta execute. That's what my mindset was. And in 6 months, he kept his word. I changed my entire life. Changed my entire life. By April 2013, I had made more money than I've ever made in my entire life. At that time, what was a lot of money, today, what I would deem as not even the beginning of success. But at that time, it was more success than I've ever experienced. But if I look at how much money that was in perspective of where my mindset has grown to, it was nothing. It was such a small amount of money. Now, the reason why I can say it was such a small amount of money now is because my mindset has been stretched. I have seen a lot more. I have experienced a lot more. I have experienced much more income within a month, compressed time, right? Exponentially higher results within a shorter period of time. I now understand that that's possible. At that time, the amount of money that I made was phenomenal. And these days, that's normal. The monthly income that I was getting back then is now a amount of money that I can make in 7 to 10 days with the skill sets that I now have. Go back and watch the day where I talked about collapsing time. Collapsing time and skipping levels. That was on day 64. That was a few days ago. Day 64 of the 90 days of value. I talked about that, which was absolutely phenomenal. You need to go listen to that one, right? But this is the principle. Now, this is what I want you to understand. The reason why I told you that story, I told you the title of today's 90 Days of Value, day 72. I'm going to show you where all the money is located. You ready? Where all the money that you seek, all the money that you want, you know where it's located? It's located in your mentor's mind. All the money that you want is located in your mentor's mind. What do I always say? Where does money come from? Money comes from information. If you want money, you can go outside. You can go outside, look at the sky, beg, plead, snot, cry, rain dance, roll around in the lawn, and beg. And there is no money that's going to fall out the sky. None. Right? You need to understand this. You can beg. You can pray. You can pray, beg, you can fast, you can do whatever you want to try to get more money. It's not coming through that medium. It's not. That's not how money works. Money follows value. And when I say value, I want you to always equate. Nobody explains this. None of the gurus explain this. They say, if you want money, you need to give value. Give value. Give value. What does it mean to give value? What does it mean to give value? I'm going to answer that question. Whenever you hear the word value, whenever you hear a mentor or somebody say value, I want you to always think information. Value is information. Give value. What they're saying is give information. Give information. Give somebody something. Give somebody some piece of information that's going to help them. First, you need an audience. You need somebody to talk to, right? And if you can help somebody, if you can be of value to that person, you can figure out how to exchange that value for money. You can figure that out, right? Money follows value. Money follows value. Money follows value. I was just sitting here yesterday thinking to myself, I started a new business and I'm thinking to myself, okay, how can I make this more valuable? Because I understand that money follows value. I'm thinking to myself, okay, how can I make myself more valuable? How can I raise the value proposition? Because I understand that money follows value. So where does money come from? Money comes from information. And where does information come from? Information comes from people. So if you want more money, you need higher quality information, right? And that higher quality information is going to come from a person. And as long as that person has the heart to help people, help you, then you can learn from that individual, take the information that you gain, execute the information, and that's where the money is going to come from. It's so simple. It's so stinking simple. I promise you. That's exactly where the money is going to come from. I promise you. This is how my life continues to go like this. So where all the money is located is in your mentor's mind. If you don't have a mentor, that's problem number one. I have learned that I can't help somebody who thinks they know it all. I run across these type of people all the time. And whenever I do, I get quiet. I don't talk too much to people like that, right? I've learned how to not get annoyed being around that type of person. I don't give my value to people who don't have the capacity to receive it. Never waste energy on someone who doesn't want what you're providing. Simple. Right? I don't convince people to do anything. I don't sell people any products or services. That's not what I do. I don't take on the mentality to convince people to buy something they're not in the market for. I learned a lot when I sold cars. I learned a whole lot about the psychology of selling cars and the psychology of buying cars. I learned so much when I sold cars. It was phenomenal. Phenomenal teaching, right? I learned about the psychology of people who sell cars. I learned about the psychology of a sales manager at a car dealership. I learned the psychology of the finance person at a car dealership, what they're thinking, what their goals are, how they position themselves, right? The same thing with the sales manager of a car dealership, what their thinking is, what their responsibilities are, what their pressures are, why they approach people and speak to people the way they speak to them, what motivates them, what makes them tick. I learned the psychology of the sales manager at a car dealership, why they talk to people the way they talk to them, what makes them tick, what type of personality that they possess. And I also learned the psychology of the buyer. See, I'm going to get into this a little bit. This is great information. This is value. Money follows value, right? I'm about to give you some value. Watch this. And what does value mean? Value is information. Look what I learned. This is going to help you. The mindset of a car salesman is the person wouldn't be on the lot if they didn't want to buy. The person would not be on the lot if they didn't want to buy. That's what they think. I need you to understand what the salesperson is thinking when they approach you. They are looking at you like you are in the market for a car, so I'm going to sell you one. Now, I didn't say it's the correct way to sell a car. I'm just giving you the attitude. Now, there's different levels to this. If you go to a buy here, pay here, you are the honey and they are the bees. Okay? They know you're there with challenge credit. They know you're desperate to get in a car and they are going to use that to their advantage. If you go to a Toyota, a Volkswagen, right? If you go to a Dodge Ram, right? Dealership, it's a different mentality. The salespeople have a different mentality. If usually it's closely related. It's closely related. If you go to a Lamborghini dealership, if you go to a Rolls-Royce dealership, a Mercedes dealership, they take a different approach. Same mindset, just a different approach. Right? They all think if they weren't in the market for a car, they wouldn't be here. You are the honey, they are the bees. They're coming to sell you a car. That's their motivation. Now, the approach at these different types of dealerships is going to be different. I said I was going to do a full training on this. This is great information when it comes to buying cars. I'm telling you, right? I'm gonna close the loop. I'm not in the weeds right now. I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna show you where all the money is located. Keep listening. But this is great information, right? When you walk on that lot, their thinking is you wouldn't be there if you didn't want to buy a car. Now, how do you flip that and use that to your advantage as a buyer? This is good. I'm trying to tell. How do you flip that? And you see, what you got to understand about car sales is they're taught, the salesperson is taught that they are always to be in control of the sales process. It is a process. They're taking you through a process, right? They're going to ask you a bunch of questions because the answers to those questions is going to give them the ammunition they need to sell you a car. They're going to ask you a bunch of questions because the answers to the questions they ask you is going to give them the ammunition that they need to sell you a car. The test drive is 100% psychological. It's 100% emotional. The test drive of that car, when that salesperson gets you in that car to let you drive that car for 5, 10, 15 minutes, that entire experience is 100% emotional. And you got to know that, because they're going to use that emotional experience to their advantage. If they can get you emotional about that test drive, guess what? They are 80% of the way there to selling you that car right from the test drive. Now, after the test drive, if they can get you to walk into the building and sit down at the desk, that car is 90% sold at the time you sit down at that desk. You have to know this. They are so confident they can get you in that car, right? Once they get you at that desk. Now, you gotta have like, the reason why I went to go learn how to sell cars is so I could understand how to buy cars. What are the 3 debt traps that I talked about? Go look at what day did I teach about the debt traps. Go look at day 66 when I talked about the American dream that was sold to you. Day 66. The 3 debt traps in America are buying a house, buying a car, and student loans. Guess what I focused on learning my first 10 years of my 30-year plan, right? I focused on understanding, right, in great detail. I focused on understanding real estate, right? Even though I wasn't in real estate yet, I still was learning. And then I also took time to go learn how to sell cars. Why? Why? Because those are the 2 biggest purchases in our life. And I wanted to understand. I wanted to understand, how can I avoid this debt trap? Because I know there are people who are not buying houses at full price. I know that. I know there are people who are not buying cars at full price. I know that. I needed to understand. And not only that, but I knew I was investing in my skill set, right, of understanding product placement, understanding the psychology of sales, right? Because this is what I learned. You know what sales is? Sales is not convincing people to do something they don't want to do. Sales is the art of identifying what someone wants and providing exactly what they said they wanted, so they then buy it and you get paid because of it. It's simple. And once you understand that, guys, I fell in love with it. I fell in love with it. Now, I don't identify fully as a salesperson because I don't sell people. That's not what I do. And the whole point that I'm explaining this to you, let me close the loop. Is because you got to understand that where the money is located is in your mentor's mind. It's in your mentor's mind. Now, if I could show you how to take products and services that are already in existence, already working for people, already making money, if I can show you how to take products and services that are extremely valuable, that you didn't have to create, that are already priced correctly, and the value far exceeds the price, and all you have to do is find people who need what it is that you're offering, and you can position that thing that they need in front of them, guys, that's going to transition into a transaction which will benefit your household. And the whole point of me telling you this story about selling cars is so you can understand, if you can understand the product, you can understand the psychology behind the product, you can understand from the seller's position and also understand from the buyer's position, you have enough information where you can position yourself to make an unlimited amount of money. And that's how I was thinking when I went in to get that job as a car salesman. Like I said, jobs aren't bad. You can learn a lot. But I was strategic about the jobs that I chose because I was extracting information that I can use for myself. I was there to make money and to learn. and to extract that information and apply it to my business so I can bring it back to my kids and build my family business, my family legacy. Understand, it all goes together. What I've been teaching y'all. I wrote my 30-year plan. I had my focus. I knew that every decision that I was making was leading to my ultimate goal. So I went in there to learn how to sell cars, but what did I just say? I learned this. I paid attention. I understood. I started studying what made the general manager tick. What makes the sales manager tick? What makes the finance manager tick? What are their motivations? What are their motivations? Why were they annoyed sometimes? What did they expect of the salespeople? What were they teaching the salespeople? What were they teaching us, and why were they teaching us to do it that way? And what result does it lead to? And what would the customer be thinking when I say this? And what is the customer thinking when I follow this particular sales pattern? Because then when I become a consumer, this is what I was thinking. When I'm a consumer on the other side, I know exactly what every person in that building, I know what their responsibilities are. I know what they can do. I know what they can't do. I know why they're going to do it. So now I can flip the whole sales process into my favor. I'm going to give it to y'all. I'm going to give it to y'all right now. I was going to sell this. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you right now. Right? Number one, and anybody who sells cars that's watching this video, please tell me if I'm right or wrong. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. Number one, never buy a car the first time you walk on the lot. Amateurs do that. Because you're giving the salesperson all the control. Never buy the first time you go. I'm going to add to that. Don't buy the second or the third time you go either. You can go to the lot any type of day. Sunny, rainy, it doesn't matter. The first time you go to the lot, you can go to the lot whenever you want to. The second time you go to the lot, make sure it's raining. Because it's not going to be a lot of people in the showroom. And so you can get that personal attention. And you want to make them think you're ready to buy, but you're not going to buy. Because what you're doing is you're flipping the sales process into your favor. Remember, their number one goal is to get you off that lot with a car. You're not buying when you want. You're not buying when they want you to buy. Right? So the first time you go to the lot, you're just looking. You're not even going to test drive the car. And it can be sunny, whatever. The second time you go to the lot, make sure you go, it's raining, and you do test drive the car. When you get back, you don't go into the building. And preferably, right, if you want to do this first time, don't do it with an experienced salesperson. Find the person that's thirsty for a sale. And while they're asking you questions, you ask questions back. This is the first time you go to the lot. They're asking you questions and they're trying to get you to extract information to sell you the car. Make sure you're asking questions too. So how long you been at this car dealership? Get them talking. How long you been selling cars? You're extracting information too. If they're experienced, that's not the one you want to deal with. Not the first time. Right? And the first time you go, you already have a car in mind that you want, but you're not going directly to that car. They're going to ask you what your credit score is like. Don't give it to them. What's your credit score? Oh, no, I'm just here looking right now. I'm just looking. Well, what are you looking for? You can give them an idea. You can give them an idea about the type of car that you're looking for. They're going to try to match you with a car they think they can sell you. Right? And I want you to understand, it's a game. They're playing a game with you to put you in a car. You're playing a game with them to flip the sales process into your favor. And your goal is to find a salesperson that you're going to deal with right? If the person has, I've been here for 4 years, been selling cars for 15 years. That's not the salesperson you want to deal with. You want to deal with the person that's been there 3 months. They they have a little bit of sales car or selling experience, maybe not a lot. You want to deal with that new guy because they are thirsty for a sale. It's going to be easy to flip that into your favor. Now, the second time you go, make sure it's raining. Not a lot of people in the sales office. And you're going to ask for that person that you identified that you want to sell you a car. You're going to let them take you on a test drive because now they think, okay, I'm getting them through the sales process. Your thinking is, I'm just going through, giving them what they want, letting them making them believe they're in the driver's seat for the sale, right? Let them drive you around. You go back to the lot. Hey, thanks for your time. I really enjoyed the test drive. I'm gonna think about this a little bit more. Oh no, come in. We're not done. We got to sit down at the table. No, I'm not ready to do that yet. Well, let's at least fill out some paperwork real quick so we can put you on the books. Nah, I'm not ready for that yet. You leave. Third time you go. Now, here's where this information comes. This is going to be a lengthy process, so you can't be thirsty to buy a car. You can't be thirsty to buy a car, right? Because if you're thirsty, then you're not going to get the best deal, okay? If you're thirsty, you're not going to get the best deal, right? Best times to buy a car. The last 2 days of a month. The last 2 days of a month. June, July, or December. Those are the 3 worst car sales months of the year. June, July, or December. The absolute best day to buy a car is December 31st. Because they are anxious to get those last bit of sales. It might be busy in the dealership, but I'm telling you, December 31st is when they will drop prices. It's the absolute best day to buy a car, December 31st. Now, there's more to this. There's more to this. I just don't have time. Now I'm in the weeds. This was not supposed to be about buying a car, but this is great information. Great information. I'm going to do a whole training on this. Because if you can understand this psychology of buying a car and the whole dance between the manager, the general manager, the finance manager, the salesperson, if you understand what they all are thinking, then you can flip that whole process into your favor. I'm talking about driving off a lot with $15,000, $20,000 under market value. I'm talking about literally, well, not literally, I'm talking about figuratively stealing a car off that lot. All because you understand what their goals are and you understand how to talk and flip that whole process into your favor. I'm telling you, it's if you understand that, family, you can take any product, any service, right? As long as you believe in the product and service, because belief is very important when it comes to, positioning a product in front of someone. You got to believe in what you're doing. If you don't believe it, they can sense it. You can sense it. You can sense when somebody doesn't believe in what they're saying. And you would never do business with somebody like that. Why would you do business with somebody who doesn't believe in what they're doing? So it's important, if you are going, watch this, the most valuable, the 2 biggest money makers in the world are who? Investors and business owners. If you're going to be a business owner, you got to be in a position where you believe in what you're doing. You don't have to develop the product or service. You can leverage it, but you got to believe in what you're leveraging. You got to believe that what you're offering to somebody else is actually for their own good. It's for their benefit. It's for their elevation. You just happen to benefit with them. Now, where's all the money located? All the money you want is located in your mentor's mind. Now, think about this. Think of what I just did. Think of the topic and think of what I just did. What did I do? I gave value. See, I told you I wasn't lost. I'm on target. I'm going to close the loop. What did I just do for you? I showed value. I showed expertise. I showed I know what I'm talking about. Am I stuttering? Do I have note cards that I'm reading off of, or am I just talking to? I'm giving you valuable information. This information could be transitioned into money. All the money that you want is located with an expert. And as long as that expert, right, has the right heart, they have a heart to help you, and they're willing to give you the information, you can take that information and transition it into money. Who you listen to matters. Who you attach yourself to matters. It matters immensely. When you watch this. If the leader that you're listening to, the mentor that you're listening to, they have the fruit, they've traveled the road, they have the results, and that's what you want, right? That's what you want. All you got to do is listen to them, extract the information, apply the information, and the money will follow. As long as you continue executing what they told you to execute. It works. That's why you chose them as a mentor. What doesn't work is somebody who's arrogant in their thinking. They try it for a little bit. If they don't get results immediately, then they throw the baby out with the bathwater. Oh, that person doesn't know what they're talking about. I wasn't able to get the results. That doesn't work. Even though everybody else is winning, even though there's other people that are following the instructions and winning, because you didn't get the results as fast as you wanted, you say it doesn't work. No, I'm trying to tell you where the money is located. I'm trying to tell you. Watch this. This is interesting too. The person you're listening to on a leadership level, they could be a level 4 leader. And you can be a level 1 on the subject that they teach on. The very most that they can help you get to is a level 4. But you should not discount those results. Why? Because it's more results than you're getting now. But understand that they can only get you to a level 4 because they're a level 4. If you want to go higher than a level 4, you got to get somebody who's higher than level 4. You got to find somebody that's a level 7. If they're a level 7 on that subject and you're a level 2, 3, 4, 5, then guess what? They can teach you something, but they can only get you to level 7. If you get to a level 10 leader, the pinnacle, right? Then guess what? They can tell you everything inside and out about that subject, and you can extract that information, apply it, and guess what? They can help you rise all the way up to the pinnacle, level 10. But if you're a level 2, you shouldn't be judging a level 4 like they can't teach you anything, because they can. Just understand that there's a certain place that they can take you to, and there's certain places they can't because they haven't done it. They haven't gotten there yet. Right? They haven't gotten there yet. All the money you want is located in the mentor's mind. They have the information, they have the know-how, they have the instruction. Watch this. They can help you avoid the mistakes that they made, which means they can get you the results faster than they got them, because the mistakes that they made, you won't make. If they're giving you the wisdom, the knowledge, the information to help you execute and go make the money, all you got to do is execute and go make the money. This is why yesterday was day 71. I talked about what you identify with is the key to everything. That's why day 71 was so important. Because if your identity isn't right, then your thinking isn't right. If your thinking's not right, then your results won't be right. You got to start internally, build that belief, and then external results can show up. You can get all the know-how in the world. It could be you and somebody else. Y'all can start at the same time, have the same mentor, have the same information, and that person go and crush it, and you trying to figure out why you're not getting the same results that the person who started right with you. They're killing it, you're not. The reason why is internally something's different. Internally, something's different. Identity is extremely important. Go listen to day 60. Go listen to day 71, and you'll understand what I'm saying. You'll get the full context of what I'm saying. All the money that you want, all the money that you desire is located in your mentor's mind. So first, you need a mentor. Second, you need a correct belief system about yourself. You need a mentor. You need a correct belief system about yourself. Third, you need a correct belief system about the system you're about to operate. You can't get results if you don't believe the system that you're operating will actually give you results. That doesn't make sense. Don't do something you don't believe in. Do something you do believe in. Right? Need a mentor. Need the correct belief system internally. Need the correct belief system about the system you're about to operate, to leverage and make money. Right? And then 4, you just need consistency. Consistency is a superpower. It's easy to win today. Why? Because most people are quitters. Excuse me. Most people are quitters. It's real easy to win today simply because most people that are in the industry that you're in, doing the same thing that you're doing, most people are quitters. You can outlast. You can outperform and outlast. Right? I don't like the term hard work because hard work doesn't always pay off. Hard work does not always pay off. You know somebody that was working very hard, but you would not trade lifestyles for them. I know plenty of people like that. They're hard workers, good people. They just work hard at things that don't pay off. We all know people like that. I'll say this: diligent work in the right system outperforms talent when talent is not diligent. See, talented people, they can get results because they're talented. They can get results because they understand systems, they understand platforms, they might have a bigger follower than you, they might a bigger following than you, they might know the things, right? But here's the thing about talent. Sometimes talent isn't diligent. Sometimes they relax, they take their foot off the gas, right? And that's where you can use that mentality to your advantage. Because guess what you are? You're diligent. You may not be the most talented, but you're diligent. That's me. I'm not the most talented in the world, but my mindset is ironclad. I don't look at people like they're better than me. I look at people like they're more experienced than me. And experience can be taught. I can learn from people who are talented. And I can leverage their experience and their talent to my personal benefit. And I can elevate because of it. I can elevate because of it. I can celebrate others' wins and success while believing in my own capabilities, my own mindset. I can believe in my own vision. I can take information, apply it, right? It doesn't mean I need to be the fastest. I might not be the fastest or the most talented, but I am one of the most diligent people on any platform that I get on. And it's a done deal. The pinnacle, wherever the top is, I know I'll end up there because I'm diligent. And because I am a student, I always take the mentality of a student. I'm not too big that I can't learn. I understand that a good student leads to a great leader. A great student leads to a great leader. Right? So if I take on the mentality of a great student, if I have the mentality to learn from other people that are more talented, that have more information, all that's going to do is increase me, increase my results, make me more talented, right? But I always keep the mentality, don't let your talent convince you that you don't need to compensate for diligent work. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. To be to get great results, you got to be a good student. You got to be what? Teachable and coachable. What day did I talk about teachable and coachable? Right? These 90 days of value, I'm telling you, all of it stringing together. 90 days of content that all work together. Are you teachable and coachable? What day was that? Teachable and coachable. What day was that? I'm giving you the day. You could write it down and go look for that video within the 90 days of value. What day was that? What are you teachable and coachable? Day 36 is the day that I talked about that. Within the 90 days of value. Go watch day 36 and you'll get the message of what it means to be teachable and coachable. You have to be teachable and coachable. Now, no matter how much money you make, you might get to $20,000 a month, $30,000 a month, $50,000 a month. Hey, good job. But look up. There's another level above you. $10,000 a month is the beginning of success. That's not the time you relax. That's the time you actually double down. $10,000 a month is the beginning of success. The beginning. It's not the end. I used to think $10,000 a month was the pinnacle. I'll be like, yes, if I could just get to $10,000 a month, that'd be great. $2,500 a week. Woo, that's amazing. And then you get it and look up and be like, oh, $6,250 a week sounds a lot better than $2,500 a week. Dang, that sounds amazing. $10,000 a month feels good, but $6,250? Oh, that sounds amazing. Let me go ahead and get to that level. That's $25,000 a month. You get to $25,000 a month, and you're feeling good. It feels amazing. Trust me, I know. And you look up. Hey, relax. Don't take your foot off the gas yet. There's another level above you. Oh, wow. Yeah, the $6,250 a week sounds great. It's amazing. Feels good. Whoo. $50,000 a month? There's always another level. I don't care what level you hit. $100,000 a month? Right? $100,000 a month sounds amazing. See, let me give you a secret. You don't work your way to $100,000 a month. Let me say it one more time. You don't work your way to $100,000 a month. At some point along the path, you learn that your money can work much harder than you can. See, all the money that you want is located in your mentor's mind. This is what I teach my children. This is what I teach my students, right? I haven't even hit my points yet. It's just coming out. It's pouring out of me. I haven't even hit one of the points that I wanted to make on this call, on this video. It's crazy. Listen, at some point while you're making money, you realize I can go much faster if I follow the principle cash, asset, cash. My money can make me far more money if I start using this money to make me more money. If I put it in the right place, it'll multiply and bring me much more money than I can work for, faster than I can work for it. See, that's when you really start understanding how high you can go. You don't get to $100,000 a month by working hard. Your money, you can get to a place where the money you're actively working for might be $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 a month, but the rest of that money, $80,000, $85,000, $90,000 a month, is being produced from your money working for you. You can exponentially grow your money and make your money work harder than you're actually working. And that's when you're free. And this is what I teach my students. This is what I teach people that I work with. Hey, I want to show you how you can make great money. But that's not where we're going to stop. I want to show you how to put your money in position to work for you. I want to show you how to gain assets. I'm going to show you how you can position that money, and Monday through Friday, every week, you are building your daily income passively because that money is going to work for you. Acquiring assets and 100% passive. 100% passive money. You're no longer working for it. You're putting your money to work for you. Work smarter. Work smarter. Ooh, this is good. I have to hit this. What's in the mentor's head is more valuable than what's in the mentor's hands. What's in the mentor's head is far more valuable than what's in the mentor's hands, right? Right? If you hit a personal problem in your life that is financial, it's not your mentor's responsibility to solve it. Now, you can go to them for advice, but understand the relationship is worth more than money because the relationship has the relationship has the ability to lead to more money. What's in the mentor's head is far more than what's in the mentor's head is far more valuable than what's in the mentor's hands. Meaning, the information that they have can lead you to more money. But if you get that relationship twisted, if you start asking that mentor, hey, you got it, help me. Right? I need some help financially. Please help me solve this problem. That mentor is going to be slower to pick up the phone because they realize, oh, you don't want mentorship, you want my money. Don't get that confused. I've been in those situations along the path, along the elevation path, where I had a financial situation and I had to solve it. It was putting pressure in my life and I had a choice to make. I could either go to my mentor that I know has money. I know they got the money. And I even know they might lend it to me. I even know they might give it to me. But do I want the perception of my mentor to change towards me because now they're second guessing if I'm really there for mentorship or am I there to ask for money? I'd rather go solve the problem on my own or get wisdom from the mentor to go solve the problem on my own than take the mentor's resources. Because I like the access. I want the access. I want to be invited into those rooms that can lead me to more money. What's in the mentor's head is far more valuable than what's in the mentor's hands. And if you only want what's in the mentor's hands, if you only want what's in the mentor's hands, then guess what? That mentor might back off you. And now you can't get access to what's in the mentor's head. The information. The information leads to the money. That's what's most important. And the relationship is what's most important. That it be a genuine relationship, that you're really there for the mentorship so you can change your life, not solve your immediate problem. Because you can solve your immediate problem. The problem, it ain't even a problem. You just got to change your perspective. A problem isn't, if you change your perspective on what a problem is, you would realize you don't have problems. If you had the money, you could solve the problem quickly. So if money can solve the problem, it's not really a problem. You just need resources. So go solve the problem. And I said this all the time. The only shortcut to success is mentorship. That's really what it boils down to. Hey, listen, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm telling you right now, I got a lot of great information. I'm looking to mentor people. All you need to do is go to the description box, find out the ways to contact me, reach out to me, and I'll show you what I'm doing. I don't hide the information. All right. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not an accredited investor, but what I can do is show you what I'm doing and what other people are doing with me, and the people who choose to listen, they elevate. It's really simple. And then if you can judge opportunity correctly, then guess what? we'll make money. We'll make great money together. Same thing. If you're watching this on Facebook and you need some solutions, comment in the comment section. Charles, show me what you got. Show me how you're doing what you're doing, and I'll show you. I won't sell you, but I will show you. I got a lot of great information that you can apply and make great money, and it'll change your life, right? And this is what I know. I know if I can help you change your perspective, even if it's just a little bit, I can help you change your life. I stand on that. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been day 72. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be real powerful. I'll see you on day 73. Everybody be blessed. Peace.